The Freedom Riders were testing the Supreme Court ruling in Boynton v. Virginia, which declared segregation in interstate bus and rail stations unconstitutionally.
On May 4th, 1961, the first Freedom Ride took place. 6 whites and 7 blacks got on a bus and headed south from Washington, D.C.
During the first few days, the riders were faced with minor problems and hostility. Then, during the second week, riders were severely beaten.
Just outside of Anniston, Alabama, one of their buses was burned by racist Southerners.
After experiencing a lot of violence against them, Corps leaders decided that letting violence end their trip would send the wrong message to the country.
After deciding to keep the trip going, they added people to their bus and headed south again, traveling from Birmingham to Montgomery.
But when they arrived in Montgomery, they were savagely attacked by a mob of over 100 whites.
The extreme violence made a national outcry for support for the riders. Because of the outcry, it put a lot of pressure on President Kennedy to stop the violence.
The rides continued to Mississippi, where they were encountered more brutally and faced more jail time, but still generating more publicity and inspiring dozens of more Freedom Riders.
By the end of the summer, the Freedom Riders never made it to New Orleans, but they did make an important and lasting contribution to the civil rights movement.